I heard this story from my wife's aunt. I thought I wanted write it for my grandchildren.
And what is your book about?
Oh, it's about my wife's grandfather's story. During the Great Depression, around 1930s, and it's a kind of started a friendship between my wife's grandfather and this Japanese fisherman on the west coast.
Where did you write this book?
Oh, most of the things I wrote in Vermont, but it's a children's illustrated book, and I had to. Sometimes I was thinking these ideas, driving my tractor on the field, and lots of places I was kind of thinking about what to do. What is that about? Yeah.
Why is this book important?
I'm married to Canadian girl, and especially before the war, and Japanese community and the Canadian community, there is not much interaction. And Japanese state themselves. Surim had lost the business he had a mill in Alberta, but he moved to West Coast because he get a part-time job. But even that one is gone, and he decided to build the boat and catch the fish and to feed his family, because that time welfare is not like now. And he made it, but he couldn't get the fish he can sell to cannery, and so he couldn't make money. And so one day, like here book it say, when his wife was mending the net, Japanese couple came and find out, it's a little bit different from how to fix the net properly. So they offered him how to, and also this Japanese fisherman asked him, how he's doing for fishing, and he said, no, not very good, can't sell. And he told him where to go. It's kind of surprising. They kind of helping, Japanese fishermen helping Surim. One day he didn't have any, fish. He didn't catch any fish he can sell, and he took these, fish into the basket and carried. And the reason he walked is because he didn't have car, because that car's engine went to the boat, and off season for fishing, the boat come to his car. So that time, when he was on season, he didn't have any car. So he was carrying, and he was get tired and sit down beside that, and then Chinese farmer came, and they asked him they want to buy the fish, and he said, "Oh, Jesus can't sell anyway, so you can take as much as you want." And he find a few days later this sack of full of vegetable outside of his entrance of the house. Yeah. I think it is a very neat story. Yeah. Canadian friend read this. They, said to me, Seiji, that story is for children's story, but also for adult story too. And they kind of, told me I should publish it. Yeah. So.
I see you've written the book in 2 different languages.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Yeah, because as I said, I came from Japan. I wanted someday introduce this book to Japanese people in Japan too, and also Japanese people in here, and English. Of course, I wanted to introduce this story to people in Canada.